Hi, and welcome to Period 6. I'm Anthony Salcido. It's been amazing to see some of the other sessions that have been joining today. So if many of you are just watching Period 6, I urge you to check out some of the other sessions that have happened. They have a lot of great information, and I'm excited to be here and sharing some information with all of you. Now, all of you are getting ready to prepare your incoming students. Some of you already started class to do some amazing things this school year, and I have tremendous respect and love for all the work that all of you do, the hard work that you do every day on behalf of your students. I have one request. This is the year for all of you to challenge yourself, to try something new, to be fearless, and to embrace new things. Now, one of the things that's new is the use of technology in the classrooms. We had a lot of conversations and sessions earlier today about how technology can make a difference and how we can help. We've been listening a lot and learning from a lot of you and some of the amazing best practices that you're delivering for your students. And I'll share a little bit about that. But all of that technology is great, but it only is valuable if we're truly driving and inspiring students to create and build a future. All of you every day take the students in your classroom today and prepare them for new jobs, new careers, and skills that are making classrooms far bigger than they ever were before. And I love this journey that we're on together. Now, I'll talk a little bit about the way in which technology is changing and how we're thinking about the future. Now, this is not something that's far off, it's happening today. And we're learning about how to make technology more natural, more flexible, make it support a wide variety of assistive needs for students of all shapes and sizes, and certainly of all languages. And that's something that we want to bring into the classroom more effectively. Now, many of you are often hearing about the future of technology as it relates to things like artificial intelligence. Certainly augmented and virtual realities are becoming a big thing. Now, one of the things that Microsoft is doing is thinking deeply about those experiences across all of our platforms. And we believe in the power of artificial intelligence to make learning more personal, more connected. Certainly the books that you read are not going to only be interactive and amazing experiences, but they should know who's reading them, what classes that you're taking, what other interests that you may have in your career, and change based on your schedule. These technologies will be part of the way in which we bring language, language understanding, content, and context together. And there are ways in which we're doing that right in our products today. And I'm going to give you some tips that all of you can start using in your classrooms this school year. So the first thing I'm going to start is in the Edge browser in Windows 10. Now, Edge is an amazing browsing experience. I'm going to show how we're thinking about bringing language understanding to the things that you do every day. Now, I'm here on a Bing search page, and I've just searched for information on solar system. So I've got information on solar system here at my fingertips, and you see this nice interactive map of the solar system that Bing has provided. But I've got some great information on the right. This is the work that we're doing to bring content and organize that from an academic purpose inside of the Bing browser. So I can navigate various things like courses. I can certainly see more online courses if I'd like. I can click on other planets because Bing is assuming that I'm searching on solar system. I may be interested in other things like Jupiter. When I click on the Jupiter button, you see that there are some related people that may be astronomers, other famous scientists, et cetera, that have explored. And I've got some information here on Galileo, and I've got a lot of great information that I can use from an academic standpoint. I've got information on quotes. I can see a timeline of points in Galileo's life. This is an amazing experience. We're bringing this context into the work that we do in Bing very, very easily. Now, one of the things that we're doing with that content understanding as well as language understanding, is bringing a digital assistant like Cortana to the mix. So anywhere I am on the Bing page, this is something for you and your students to remember, I can right-click and ask Cortana for more information, for more depth on any subject. This is a great experience as it relates to a standard search. But what if you found an open education resource that may be valuable for your students, but it's just hard to navigate or use as an instruction device for you because there's ads or maybe a little bit of clutter on the page? Now, one of the things that we've done in Bing is really understand how can we make the reading experience from a classroom perspective super easy. So all I can do is click this right icon that looks like a book, and it will actually simplify the experience to take away all that clutter, to provide me a very clean and easy-to-use experience. Now, one of the great things about this is I have the same ability that I showed before to bring my digital assistant to the mix. So I can learn more about the subject that I'm exploring very quickly by just right-clicking. So this now I've gone from taking a web search to something that could be useful. And one of the things I can do as a teacher, I can use, if I have a device with a pen, I can make a note, I can highlight, etc. And then when I'm ready, I can share this out to a OneNote file, to an email, etc., to make it a very useful reading material. Now, one of the other things that we've done with Bing and the Edge browser is bringing books into the reading experience for students. in the Windows Education Store and the Windows Store for Business, there's actual availability of books. And I've got a digital library here. I can share my library. I've got a number of different books, and I'm actually in a digital textbook right here. That same dynamic that you saw in the web search, and certainly what I showed on Bing, is exactly true here in this digital book as well. So I can bring my Cortana digital assistant right to this experience. And one of the things that we're doing, we're taking some of the language understanding and some of the assistive technology in and actually having the same immersive reader experience available here. So I can have the book read back to me if I like as well. So these are the ways in which we're making language understanding more valuable. But how about context? So one example I'll share with context is just an example of maybe something a student is doing every day, working on a paper or project in Word. So I've got my Word project here, and I'm working on a report on the Bay of Pigs invasion. So maybe I want a little bit more information. I want to get maybe some photos into this mix. Now, one of the things I'm going to do is just use that same right-click model to bring my digital assistant to this mix here. And I'm going to bring up my digital assistant inside of the Word experience here. And one of the things that happens here that's really using the power of language understanding is it's bringing the power of the resources that I may need right to my exposure. And one of the things that you'll see, if I search on different parts of different versions, this is the mobile version of Word, I get a very, very different experience, a different search result based on the insight that Word has of what I'm working on and what I need at the time. So this is a good foundation of how do we bring content, language understanding, and context together. But how about making it more productive and more productivity experiences in Office? So I'm just going to go to PowerPoint. This is a product that many of you use every single day. And I'm going to leverage a new technology that takes and harnesses this language understanding and content understanding that you saw surface in Edge and Bing, that you saw used in Word, saw used across the browser, into a tool like PowerPoint. Now, maybe I want to start on a project on the solar system, and I want to start with an outline. All you need to do is start a new PowerPoint presentation and go over to the Quick Starter icon you see here. When I click Quick Starter, it's going to bring that same search engine that you saw earlier right to my fingertips. So I'll just do a search on solar system. I'm working on the presentation on solar system that I started earlier. I'm just going to do a quick search, and it's bringing that content understanding right to the forefront. I'll click on solar system, and what we've done is identified an outline, the kinds of things that someone searching on solar system may be looking for, and I can choose sections that I'd like to keep or some sections that I'd like to remove. Once I click next, I can actually have a decision on the way in which it looks. So it's making it really easy to choose the look and feel of the presentation. I think I like this one here. I'm just going to click Create. Now it's got the ability for now, to me, just get started. Now, as opposed to having to do things like formatting, bringing pictures in, I have a nice presentation that I can get to work. Now, the students or teachers, you still need to do the work to get the material that you need, but it made it a lot easier. That's how you can use some of these technologies to make it easier. Now, this is great, but what happens if you have a student, maybe you're teaching a class with students who speak a number of different languages? One of the great things that we've been doing is really working on language understanding, which is part of our overall cognitive services work at Microsoft. We're making that useful for everyone. Democratic AI is something that we believe strongly in at Microsoft to make these experiences not only available for everyone, but across all the range of experiences and products that we deliver. The Microsoft Translator work and the team have done a great job of making it easy for you to communicate, to collaborate in many, many different languages with students. I'm highlighting the work that we're doing in Translator. One of the things that I want to share is the Microsoft Garage project, which is the presentation add-in for PowerPoint. So I can get the power of my presentation to translate a number of presentations. So here in the example, I've translated my presentation that I was working on in Solar System into French. And there are over 60 languages available that I can translate to. All I need to do is click on Slideshow, and I can translate the slides into a number of languages. For Star Trek fans out there, we even have Klingon, so you can translate your PowerPoint presentations in Klingon in case you want to impress your students. Very simple to do. But let's take it a step further. What if we wanted to actually understand language? Maybe I wanted to take that solar system presentation now I haven't filled it in yet, but I want to actually present it to my class. Now, maybe I have students that are hard of hearing or even deaf in my classroom, and I have the ability now with this add-in to actually have subtitles appear naturally. If you have a classroom of students with multiple languages on their tablet or device or phone, they can log into your session and choose from their own language. So they can actually read the text of what you're saying live, real time, and I can just show this now. Now I have a nice podcast mic on the desk here, but it'll work with a headset mic or something that you have. Just plug it into your computer or Bluetooth connect, you'll be ready to go. All I need to do is start my subtitling. It'll give you the opportunity to create. And one of the great things about this, teachers, is when you do this, you'll be able to save the transcript. So imagine you do a class, you'll be able to save that transcript and provide that out to your students. Really, really easy way to take notes. So I'm just going to do next, and I won't go through this too big, but it started the subtitle. Hello, class. Welcome to today's presentation on the solar system. So you get a good example. I'm just going to stop the subtitles here. A really simple way where we're bringing language understanding intelligence to really show what's possible. Now, all of these things are going to build to an amazing future where technology is going to make the work that you do much more easy, natural, and help students of all needs get access to the information that they need for their own skills and career. But all of this is being put in practice with schools around the world. And one of the great things about my job is I get a chance to see some of that. The work that you are doing in your classrooms, some of the great work school leaders are doing to create truly amazing schools. What's amazing about these schools that I see are the people, their vision for change, and the work that they're doing to inspire students to really drive the future. And here's a great example that's coming soon, right around the corner from Microsoft. Take a look.
I think in the back of your mind, you always think that you're going to do something big and change education. When the opportunity came up, it was a no-brainer to me, right? It was a dream that I got to be part of. This is the site right here, this whole corner. It's about a 9-acre spot. They'll be doing some wetlands as well as building an amazing new over 80,000 square foot building, which will be a lighthouse elementary school so that we can share innovation throughout our district and beyond. Is that good if I went like that? We're gonna flip education upside down. Take what worked for other people around the world, shake it all up, and make our education real and successful for kids. Being innovative is to learn from each other and collaborate and share. One of the things I notice as I'm around in the classroom is the cooperation and the collaboration the kids are using. How do you take turns? How do you work together to try to figure it out?
I'm trying to make it big.
So I want you to open that one right there.
One note.
Uh-huh. It's not just about what goes on in the classroom, but about the structure of the building. What can we partner all together to say what would be the best for our kids?
But once you get to the school itself, the biggest security measures is that you see many doors around the building itself, but those doors are on timed locks. There's many levels then of security.
It needs to be open because we know we can't be anxious, right? Kids do their best learning when they're calm and happy, and so we've tried to put that in there.
What are some of the flexible spaces inside the building? I mean, we're really excited to learn from you, to share your insights out to other schools all around the world. You know, we can't wait to cut the cake and be there on day one.
As we think big and dream big, hi, Eric. Hey, Matt. The innovative heart of this school has already started to take shape.
So we're looking at the master notebook.
We were using the coding problems that they have.
Next up, we're going to break ground. We hope you follow along.
Well, I'm excited. I'm joined by Beth Hamilton, the magic of just having you right down the street. But I'm excited about the vision that you've put in place in Wilburton. I love the mission and the vision. Tell us a little bit more about it.
We're very excited to be able to build a school from the ground up. And I think one of the best parts of the vision of all of this is so many times, like you were just talking about, our world is changing right before our eyes.
Absolutely.
Except for we sometimes get stuck, right? But our kids are going to be in this world. And there's so many times I walk into classrooms and I hear teachers say, well, in the real world, here's how it happens. Or in the real world, here's what happens. Why is that different? When we're sitting in a classroom, something different from in the real world. So what we want to do is really bring the real world and make classrooms and school the real world.
Absolutely.
Why does it have to be different? So we really want to create an adaptive and a comprehensive, rigorous education for kids that really promotes them to live and be productive in the society. So why not just be everything be real world?
That's great.
That's what it is.
And one of the things I love is we're working together on this journey and learning a lot. And one of the things that I love is the approach on really focusing on what matters most, and that's getting students to think differently about how they're going to build their future, how they're going to take the skills that they're really honing in their classroom and take them to do really great things in the world. And technology, while it's a part, is absolutely a secondary piece to that core piece. But what happened is your thinking on technology has been very elegant to make sure that that's the case, where it just works and helps the environment connected to the pedagogy the way you want. So tell me a little bit about how you're bringing technology to bear into your vision of the school.
So kids are very technologically savvy, right? But sometimes it's the working with the teachers and really making sure we're understanding what we're doing to support the kids and using technology in specific ways that we make sure we attend to every single learner in the classroom. So different tools like the translator tool you were just sharing, I can see that being not only used in the classrooms, but thinking about our parent communities and being able to interact with parents and bring them in as a community, even if we're speaking different languages. The immersive reader tools, making sure there's an even playing field for kids who need extra or different supports while they read. We all have gifts and talents, and every single child might need something a little bit different. And so that's where technology comes in. It can help us bring those things, put it all out on the table, and let all the kids work and create and produce and become, continue their learning.
So you're driving the future, really the future of how schools, classrooms, technology come together. There's a lot of different technologies that we've shared throughout the day today, and they're available for teachers that they'll be trying for the first time in this school year. What advice would you give a teacher to really synthesize the way in which technology can enhance, but really to focus on how do we create really immersive and really the skills that we need for students for the future without creating a conflict between the two?
Well, I think you said it first when you said try it, right? You have to try to actually do something. And so teachers out there, I just think that really getting out of your comfort zone and trying something, whether it's for one student that you're struggling to engage in a classroom or a whole classroom, or maybe even it's something for your school, a professional development tool, but do something different and try it. And then it's okay to fail. And I think so many times we think it's not okay to fail, but failure is a good thing because then we try to find what works, tweak it, change it, try something else, and we work the process. And that's what life's all about. So learning together and trying new things and get out of your comfort zone.
Yeah, I hear educators often instruct students about the need for failure and learning from mistakes, etc.
We have to do it too.
Yeah, it's something that we have to learn from as well. So that's really great advice. Now, I know we've got some questions. Maybe we try ask the audience some questions. I see the first question we've got from the audience. The question was, how do I bring Quickstarter into my classroom? Now, one of the great things about the way in which a lot of the technology I shared is being architected is really leveraging the power of the cloud and making these connected experiences across a range of different products. The way in which we think about language understanding, the content work that we're doing within Bing that surfaces across the experiences, whether it's in Word or PowerPoint, et cetera. The same thing with Quickstarter. So if you have the current version of PowerPoint, you don't have to load up anything in. It just should be, if you just start File New, you'll see it. Now, if you don't see that, you may not have the current update to PowerPoint. And that could come in the cloud, whether you're using Office 365 Pro Plus. But if you don't have PowerPoint or you want to just try it on another device, the same technology is actually part of Sway. Now, I'm not sure, many of you're probably using Sway. If you haven't, you can try out Sway. And if you go to the Start from a Topic section in Sway, it's using the same engine. That's the Quickstarter engine inside of Sway. So that's a great way to start across any device and experience. So we got another question. Next question is, how can my school become a Microsoft Showcase school? Now, I know you're building something and excited for the journey that you're on. We've got a number of Microsoft Showcase schools. You're familiar about it. Any guidance or any advice that you have?
I think first and foremost is be collaborative, get out there, see what's outside of your own district and get information. You can get on the websites, I think, and look at the Microsoft tools, but also just talk to other people, find some different resources and start looking.
Let's check out. We have some resources. Let's head over. One of the things, knowing you were coming, I've got the blog on Wilburton. So one of the things you can learn a little bit more about the journey that Beth and the Wilburton School are on the Microsoft blog. We'll continue to give updates on your journey, the progress that we're going to see. You'll see this classroom design, the way in which we're thinking about process. I'm excited to learn along through the process. We've got a lot of the resources that Beth and team are leveraging as well available to you in the Microsoft educator community. So if you go into the School Leader Toolkit, there's a ton of resources that you can help really think about these kind of concepts, 21st century learning design, even surveys that you can actually take through your teachers across your school to understand where you are around 21st century competencies, rich and collaborative learning environments, et cetera.
Great place to start if you're just wondering what to start out with. Where do I start? Go here.
Resources, courses, et cetera. We've made this available in a course. So teachers who want to learn about how do you bring 21st century learning design into your classroom, how do you really think beyond just using technology from an automation standpoint to truly transform your learning environment and classroom. These resources are on the classroom, and one of the great things for school leaders and frankly teachers are the courses that Microsoft partnered with a number of universities and edX to deliver. And these are also available on the educator community. And these courses are really amazing. They really go through not only how do you use technology, but the construct around how do you change the environment, the expectation of students. A really great set of resources for all teachers to leverage.
Absolutely. We've already started digging into some of those already and getting excited to think about my future staff and where we can start with those and work together collaboratively to use some of those resources to push our kids even further.
Well, I'm excited. I'm looking forward to following the process and being part of this journey that we're on together to really hopefully set an example of what every school should be.
Absolutely. It's for all the kids.
If every school can harness the potential in every student to create and build for the future, I know that the world will be a better place and we'll have a lot of exciting activities happening across every school.
Yep, absolutely.
So
We're
thanks very
excited
much
to partner.
for joining. And all of you, thank you so much for joining Period 6 as well as all the other sessions today. I am really honored to be a part of this amazing community that we have. Microsoft Innovative Educators are truly inspiring. I know all of you are working hard to get ready for your students. I encourage you to be brave, to challenge yourself, to give feedback and let us know how we can help. We're listening to your ideas, your insight, and really want to celebrate some of the innovative work that you're all doing. They inspire us, they keep us motivated, and I know they make a difference for your students. So have a great year. I look forward to learning from you throughout the year, visiting some schools, being part of amazing experiences via Skype in your classrooms. So have fun, really be brave and challenged to do great things in the next school year. So great to talk to you today, and thanks very much for joining.